So what's up, my friends? And I've never talked about geopolitics for a while now. So what's going on in Ukraine? Let us talk about Ukraine, guys. So what's going on in Ukraine, man? Are you watching what's going on in Ukraine? Are you watching all the propagandas and you know all the news medias and Western news medias and Russians news medias and international news medias? So yes, I've been watching what's going on in Ukraine, but yeah, sometimes you have to zip your mouth, because sometimes you have lots and lots of thinking, lots of analysis. I know, so some analysis. I know some people that don't want to hear about it, but yes, uh, is it that the Russian soldiers are running away? Putting their tails between their legs and abandoning Kherson or let's say other areas. So I've been watching these Western medias. Oh, Russians are running away. Russians are abandoning their equipment or their war machines and this is Russians' bodies right here. Russians are killed and all kinds of propagandas. Okay. So, and I heard about the leader of Chechnya, Mr. Kadyrov, criticizing his boss, Putin, that the war is not going that right in Ukraine. The war is not going right. So we need to change strategy. We need to actually wipe out, the, you know, uh, Ukraine. So, but uh, this is my take right here. Russia, the way they are fighting their war in in Ukraine, Russia, I think, does not want to destroy lots of life and lots of buildings. I've never been in Ukraine, but there's a lots of beautiful buildings in Ukraine. Lots of magnificent buildings was built by back then was Soviet Unions. Okay, so those buildings, it's hard to replace those buildings. Okay, when you destroy those buildings in Ukraine, in Kiev, whatever, there's other buildings. Actually, it's hard to replace it. Okay, because they're very nice and magnificent buildings. So Russia is choosing where actually to strike. Okay, whenever Russia strike the building, there's a reason into that building. But watch guys, the Western media's, oh, Russia striked uh, residential areas. Russia is killing residential area. So why Russia actually targeting specific a building, specific building? In that, for example, in Zaporozhye, the strike that was was actually happened in Zaporozhye, close to a nuclear plant over there. Western media, so it's the largest plants in the in Europe. It's the largest nuclear plant in Europe. I don't think it's the largest nuclear plant in Europe. But anyway, this is Western medias, guys. This is Western medias, okay? So we go with their narratives, okay? With their narratives, okay? Whatever it's a true, whatever it's lie, whatever it is, okay? We are going with their narratives, okay? So they say from Zaporozhye uh, plant to that small town there where actually Russia struck that apartments building. They say that this is Western media. So, Russia now is desperate. Russia now is killing civilians. Russia now is targeting civilians, infrastructures, whatever. But why Russia actually targeting specific area, specific building? Okay, it's not like Americans, NATO's, you know, carpeting everything. Yeah? You remember in Iraq, America and NATO destroy actually almost everything. Okay, so when you see the American wars and NATO's wars and Russians wars, you see the distinctions over there. It's very interesting because if Russia actually wanted to carpet Kiev, they could have done. They could have done it a long time ago in February. That's the first thing that Russia actually could have done. But remember, this is a Russians' war. It's not an American wars the way American does in different countries. Okay, America will make sure that nothing moves. Anything moves is dead. Okay, anything moves is dead. So you see that Americans, they are all territorial integrities and human rights and respect and uh, you know countries boundaries, something like that. Do Americans and NATO's actually respect those very uh, very uh, very UN uh, uh, very UN articles that said respect this, respect that. Is Americans actually does respect that? The answer is no. America does not respect any boundaries in this world. Okay? America, when decided to go to any country, destroy that country, remove a leader of that country, okay, regime change, you remember? Regime change. I wanted to say about, there's a lot of people that don't understand what is regimes means, okay? When Americans and other people, they use the word regime, okay? They think it's a bad word or something, or like a czar, czar of Russia, czar what? They think it's a bad word, but it's a language like any other language or any other languages. When you hear about a regime means a leader, you know, of a country, okay, of any leader, a king, a queen, or prime ministers and presidents, that's a regime, okay. Joe Biden regime, okay. Joe Biden is a regime because he's a leader of a country, okay. Any leader of a company, like you, if you own a company, okay, eh, you are a regime. If you are the head or the head of your house, the head of your house, you are the regime because you are the head of the house. You are there, to control your kids, to feed your kids, to make sure your house is in order. That's the word regime. Tsar, the same thing. Tsar means the king, okay? The protector, okay? The chief or whatever, those words, I've seen the Western medias, okay, when they're painting somebody like somebody that they don't like, a particular leader, they call that particular leader a regime, you know. And some people like us who we don't know what the meaning of regime. Oh, regime, 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 regime. Some people like us, we think that, oh, regime is a bad word or bad name or something like that. Regime is a leader. Anyone who actually anyone who is a leader is a regime. Okay, I am the regime of my own apartment. Okay, because I control my apartment. Okay, I am the regime of my hood. Right. So, anyways, let us go back to. I don't want to bring those lessons here about regimes and czar thing. Let's go back to our what actually Biden said about Armageddon. Armageddon. Lots of people, they say the war that the prophets of Almighty, yeah, okay, they thought that Armageddon is between the human and human. Armageddon will be fought by the actual archangels. The archangels of Almighty Yah, they're the one they'll bring war between the human and the angels. And this angel will be led by the uh, uh, archangels Michael. Okay, that's Armageddon. Okay, it's not between the countries and countries. That's Armageddon. No, because the last day, the 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 superpowers they'll not allow the uh, Messiah or the presence of God on his people, okay, to actually reign here on earth. So the war will start with angels and those superpower that they don't want the presence of God here on earth. That's Armageddon. Armageddon. It's not between war between human and human. No, we had wars for centuries. Okay, we had World War One that was called Armageddon. World War Two was called Armageddon. Vietnamese called Armageddon, and Korean wars called Armageddon. Every war's people they called Armageddon. We have false prophets out there. They're just waiting for the war. Oh, this Armageddon, Armageddon. Like President Biden said, oh, if Russia will actually launch, if Russia actually launch the tactical small field tactical nuclear weapons in Ukraine. Biden said that there'll be Armageddon. Oh my God, Armageddon! Armageddon is not yet to come. Okay, you human being you will destroy yourself, but there's a real war is gonna come. The real war will be over. The real war will be between the humans who actually do not opposing the presence of Almighty Yah. They'll call Armageddon because the angels will actually kill lots of humans here on earth. The angels of Yah will kill lots of humans here on earth. So these wars you see, even Iraq wars called Armageddon, something like that. But let us go back to Ukraine, and war is wrong. War is tragedy. War is bringing the countries back on a stone ages or something like that. Look Libya, look Syria, no, look Iraq, Afghanistan, Somalia. Look Somalia, okay. Look Yemen, people that are concentrating on Ukraine only. But people are suffering in Libya, Yemen, Somalia, Syria, okay? You say the United States is bringing some UN together, like over 50 something, to condemn Russians' annexation of Zaporozhye, Donetsk, and Luhansk, and Kherson, But look what Americans and NATO is doing in the Middle East. You guys, are you there? Are you open your eyes? Hello? Look what the United States and its allies in Syria, and they're still in Afghanistan. They never left. And they're still in Iraq. America never left. Okay, you might say that, oh, America left Afghanistan. No, America's still controlling Afghanistan, my friend. And uniform, undercover, diplomacy, undercover geopolitics. Okay, America never leave Afghanistan. America never leave Iraq. America, you see these groups that you say Al Shabaab or ISIS or whatever this group call it. Who actually creating this group? This group actually created to upset the leader of that country in case so-called will unleash that group to actually either to depose the lead of that country, or to bring chaos, okay, and misery. Sometimes bring chaos and miseries, okay. If the big, you know, you know what I'm saying. So these groups are made by the. I don't want to mention it, but you go and figure out by yourself. We are hoping that Ukraine, the peace will prevail. Okay, peace will prevail. But unfortunately, the Westerners, Americans, they don't want America. They don't want. I mean, Westerners and Americans, the government, they don't want Russia in Ukraine. Period. So they're going to pour in weapons after weapons, money after money to bloody Russia and Ukraine. And don't be mistaken, my friend. Don't be mistaken. From the beginning, no, the American soldiers were there. They were training uh, Ukrainians people, training them. Okay, British soldiers are there. Eh? European soldiers are there fighting who? The mother Russia. They want to bleed the mother Russia. So they don't want to quit. I heard some officials in America saying that we cannot afford to lose Ukraine and we cannot allow, even the European leaders say we cannot allow Russia to prevail in Ukraine. Because if Russia will prevail in Ukraine, Russia is going to sweep up all the Baltics region. I don't think that's true, but that's their case. No, that's their propagandas and Americans and Westerns, medias, whatever, and officials, what they're saying. So they don't want to see Russians prevail in Ukraine. But let us be real, guys. The Russians and the Ukrainians, most of when you go to DNA, when you take their DNAs, okay, most of them are brothers and sisters in Ukraine. Most of them, because uh, there's some times back there when the capital of Russia, the capital of SSR was in Ukraine, Kiev. I don't know if that was right, or if I'm wrong, please correct me. The capital of SSR was in Ukraine, Kiev. Okay. Okay, guys. I don't want to go so far. I don't want to go further here, but um, I wanted to touch something that. Okay, Ukraine bridge. Okay, Crimea. Sorry, Crimea bridge is somebody I guess was uh, driving a truck there and we blow the truck and try to destroy Crimea bridge. So, but the Westerners and American medias and whatever uh, uh, official, they yeah, we need to destroy that Crimea bridge. We need to destroy it. Those kinds of you know. But anyway, guys, and we got Nord Stream 2, Nord Stream 1. This is kind of old story. That was blown up, and Germany, beautiful Germany. I love Germany, and I don't know what's going on German leadership, but I love Germany. I love German people. But okay, guys, I want to end there. Please subscribe, put your comments. So, okay, guys, so this is not yet. I have a spiritual analysis here that the leader of Ukraine, Zelensky, I think, I don't want to say anything, but it's gonna. I don't know what should I say. Zelensky, I think he's gonna retire. Zelensky is gonna retire early, and another leader will emerge in Ukraine. So Zelensky is going to retire early. I don't know how he's going to retire early, but you figure out yourself what I actually just said. But Zelensky is going to retire early with his bodyguards. See those bodyguards? Those mercenaries, bodyguards in there protecting him. But Zelensky, I think, is going to retire early. He's going to go back to whatever, doing what he was doing before. Comedians, yes, it's beautiful comedians. So yeah, you might say that why you don't think comedians they cannot become president? No, I'm not saying that. But if the comedians actually become presidents, that country will be a laughable country. Please subscribe, put your comments. Bye bye.